Welcome to the Smart Weight Loss Coaching Podcast. I'm Dr. Lisa Olson, a board-certified weight loss medicine specialist and certified life coach. In this podcast, I'll share fresh insights and effective techniques for incorporating mindset, habit change, and proven science into your life. Are you ready to achieve sustainable weight loss, wellness, and longevity? Then let's jump in and lose weight the smart way. Welcome back. When did the idea of 3 meals and 2 snacks a day get so firmly planted into our culture? I don't know if this was the exact start, but I'd suggest snacking exploded in 1992 when Snackwell cookies first hit the market. In fact, there's something called the Snackwell phenomenon, which refers to the tendency to go overboard eating cookies like Snackwells because of their marketing around them being a low-fat snack option. Of course, they were laden with sugar and ultra-processed chemicals, but because they were low-fat and we were in the peak of the low-fat craze, people felt almost virtuous having these cookies. Another thing about snacks, like Snackwell cookies, is that they were packaged into small portions designed to give us permission to eat one pack anytime we wanted a snack. What's the big deal if you have a 100-calorie snack pack? It's just 100 calories. Only now we know that 100 calories of Snackwell cookies doesn't behave in our body the same way as 100 calories of eggs or apples or plain walnuts. The quality of our snacks definitely matters as much or more than the calorie count. Snackwell's Devil's Food cookies are loaded with Nova-4 ultra-processed ingredients, like sodium hexametaphosphate, which is an emulsifier, shelf stabilizer, and flavor enhancer, hydrogenated ultra-processed oils, soy lecithin, corn syrup, natural flavors, which you know I always put in air quotes, and so on. You get the idea. The product was 44% sugar and contained 4 spoonfuls of sugar per serving. That's a lot, especially in a small size 100-calorie snack pack. In fact, the EWG gives it a 9 out of 10 on its concerning food scale. That's an impressively bad grade. Just a side note, the EWG, the Environmental Working Group, is a group that specializes in research and advocacy when it comes to toxic chemicals in our food, water, and environment. This is the group that gives out the Dirty Dozen list every year, telling us which fruits and vegetables are most polluted and therefore worth paying more for organic versions. The EWG basically considered Snackwells to be nutritional villains. Actually, Snackwells were discontinued in 2022. Why? Because the general public is becoming more aware of the fact that fat isn't always bad for us. There are healthy fats, as you all know, and people realize that Snackwell cookies didn't replace fats with anything virtuous, but rather more poisonous. All those chemicals, all those Nova-4 ingredients. Sales plummeted, and they stopped selling. I see this as a victory for common sense. It's not that cookies are forbidden, but having 100 calories of highly processed, weight gain-inducing chemical bomb cookies every single day was causing people to gain weight, not lose it. And people are smart. They started to see through the marketing and stopped buying Snackwells. Of course, not everyone was eating Snackwells for their afternoon or evening snacks. Plenty of other snacks have replaced Snackwells. Kellanova, formerly the Kellogg Company, researches the snacking habits of Americans. They found that 30% of people snack late at night, and in a totally unexpected twist, the majority of late-night snackers are snacking in bed. Come on, people. This is especially true of young adults, but it's also seen across all age groups. In fact, it was only those in the 60-plus age group who favored snacking in their living rooms over their bedrooms. A few other interesting snack facts. 81% of nighttime snackers reach for something sweet. The top categories for these snacks are cookies, ice cream, and chips. Men are more prone to late-night snacking than women, and they tend to crave spicy, salty, sour, and bitter snacks over sweets, though they still have plenty of those too. Women who snack late at night report craving salty, sweet, and gooey foods. I don't know about you, but I have no desire to eat gooey foods in bed. That just sounds messy to me. But hey, no judgment. I'm just surprised by the bedroom thing. What do you think people are doing when they're snacking in their rooms at night? You guessed it. They're watching TV or some other screen. And most people who snack do so when they're alone. What prompted me to research snacking habits and to talk about snacking today was a conversation with one of my clients. Let's call her Pam, who noted that she snacks most nights. It's become part of her nighttime routine, and it's predictable. The snacking is triggered both by time and activity, as it is for so many of us. Her snacks happen after dinner, after she's cleaned the kitchen and picked up the house. She's wrapped up any chores or household tasks she needs to do and gotten her teenagers settled in for the night. This is when it's her time to relax. If her husband's home, they gather to talk or watch a show together, and if she's alone, she'll read a book. At these times, her brain knows what to do. It offers her the idea of a snack. Why? Because Pam trained her brain to make that connection. When she's about to sit down to relax at night, her brain has learned that this is the time to snack. Relaxation and snacking at night go hand in hand. This isn't different from all the other shortcuts our brain makes to simplify our lives. Our brain is designed to put things on autopilot so we don't have to invest energy into thinking about every little thing we do. When you're getting ready to go to bed, you don't need a checklist to remind yourself to change into your pajamas, put away your clothes, toss your socks into the laundry bin, and brush your teeth. Your brain lumped all of that together under the headline, "Get ready for bed." When I drive my kids to school, I don't have to think through what I need to grab for myself. Keys, wallet, shoes, maybe a jacket. I don't need to remind myself of what to say just before we leave. Do you have your backpack, your house key, your lunch, your phone? And I don't have to think about the steps involved in starting up my car or directions for driving to school. All of this falls under the headline, "Take the kids to school." My brain notices these headlines and it gets to work on autopilot. It's the same with snacking. There's a trigger. In Pam's case, it's being done with her evening chores and getting ready to sit down to relax. Her brain is on autopilot. When it hears the direction to relax, it knows what to do. She turns on the TV or grabs a book, and then she grabs some chocolate chips or another sweet treat. This has nothing to do with willpower, by the way. It's just a brain shortcut that she's inadvertently created. She repeated the chocolate chips a few times. It felt nice. She got a little hit of pleasure from it, and so her brain added that to the list of things she does when she's relaxing in the evening. The amazing thing about our brains is that we can rewire them. Just like Pam created this neural shortcut with some repetition, she can create a new neural pathway for her brain at night by uncoupling relaxing from sweet treats. Of course, we all understand that it's faster to create a habit than it is to uncouple a habit that you've repeated over years. But I promise you, the nighttime snacking habit can be extinguished, and I'm going to give you 5 hints about how to do it. This is the kind of thing we work on in my online group program all the time. Hint number 1, raise your awareness. Get curious about your snacking triggers. You're probably not having Snaccidents, which is what I call a snack accident. This isn't a one-off thing. It's a habit that's become entrenched over time. Most women report that they snack when they're bored, but many others, like Pam, do it when they're looking to relax. I'm curious, what is it for you? If you're not sure what the feeling is, like boredom or looking to relax, look for a time or place trigger. Is it every time you turn off the lights in the kitchen and go into your bedroom in the evening? Is it when you sit on your couch and turn on the TV? Is it when your significant other pulls out a snack? That's sometimes a trigger for me. Is it when you close up your computer for the night? Is it when it gets dark or the clock chimes 9 p.m.? When you raise your awareness, you'll find some clues as to what triggers your snacking. Speaking of raising awareness, one of my clients asked me a question about our women's wellness retreat, which is coming up this fall in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. She told me that her friend is interested in attending, but she's not in our group program and doesn't really need to lose weight. I'm so glad she asked because I realize I need to raise awareness about what this program is. So let me clarify. If you're a woman or female identifying and you care about your health, your relationships, and your wellness in general, you're a great fit for our retreat. We're addressing so many aspects related to women's health. I'll be talking about longevity and the latest science about how to live longer, healthier. We will have one talk about weight loss by an amazing woman who has her PhD and shares my philosophy about weight. She's such a rock star that I gave away my spot in the schedule to talk about weight loss so you can hear from her. I promise you'll love her. We also talk about stress management, relationships, menopause, brain health, bone health, tapping into writing to impact your health, and so much more. There's optional yoga, walking groups, an open bar Saturday night, and the retreat includes 4 meals. I know you'll love the retreat, and you definitely don't have to be part of our program or need to lose weight to attend. So head over to our website if you want to lose more. All right, sorry for that tangent. Let's get back to my 5 hints. So hint number 1 was to raise your awareness. Let's head over to hint number 2. Check to see if you're legitimately hungry or thirsty. If you're scrounging around for a snack at 9 p.m., check in with yourself. What did you have for dinner? Was it enough? Did you skip any meals today? How long ago did you eat? Does it make sense to be hungry again already? Listen, if you're legitimately hungry because you skipped lunch and then had a super early light dinner, maybe you just need to eat. In that case, you might remind yourself that this is not dessert time, it's a delayed meal. So choose wisely. And also, if you're close to bedtime, you may decide to eat a smaller meal since your body is closing up shop and doesn't need a lot of energy to get through the time from now until the moment you fall asleep. I like to remind myself to solve for thirst first. Is it possible that I'm just super thirsty? I find this happens when I've had sushi for dinner. That wasabi soy sauce combo makes me so thirsty later in the evening. Sometimes our brains misinterpret thirst as hunger. So offer yourself a nice tall glass of water and see if that solves anything. Hint number 3, make a plan and change your location or activity. This really means change the trigger that's prompting you to have a snack. If you just hope that you'll stop snacking because you're aware of it, you might be missing the make a plan part of habit change. It's not going to happen by wishing it away. You need to think through what you're going to do. So let's take some action. If you're sitting in your living room watching TV at night when you snack, can you read a book in bed instead? Just for a little while until you've interrupted the connection between TV in the living room and snacking. Or maybe that's a good time to call a friend while you sit in a chair rather than on the couch. If you're a bedroom snacker, again, no judgment, just surprised how many of us are. Maybe you want to make a decision that your bed is only to be used for sleeping or sex. No eating in that part of the house. So for you, maybe it makes sense to head to the living room to watch a screen or read a book or chat with your family until it's closer to sleep time. Maybe you want to substitute warm tea for your snack while keeping the rest of your evening routine intact. That's a great option if you notice you're looking for a snack as part of relaxation. Hint number 4, acknowledge your effort. It takes time and effort to change a habit. If you track your effort, that can become its own reward. Write down every time you make an effort to change your location, solve for thirst first, or notice that boredom is what's driving you to snack. And even if you end up having a snack, delaying it or having a smaller or healthier snack is a partial victory, and you should write that down too. We're looking for successive approximations toward a goal. You don't have to nail it to reward yourself with a star on your sticker chart for making the effort. Like everything we try to get good at, changing a nighttime snacking habit will take practice. Expect that. Expect it to be hard for the first few weeks and expect it to require some attention for a few months. If you've practiced snacking on cookies in bed while watching TV 1,000 times, which by the way is less than 3 years, it's going to take more than a few weeks to change that habit. When we reward our effort by giving ourselves a star in our notebook or some other acknowledgement, we're more likely to try again the next night. It's also worth acknowledging that habit change is hard at times, but you can do hard things. Hint number 5, plan your reset. Anytime we're learning a new skill or trying to change a habit, we're going to have moments where that old, well-ingrained habit bubbles back up. That's normal and expected. Decide in advance what you're going to make that mean. Are you going to tell yourself you're a failure, that you knew you'd never break that sweet tooth snacking habit? Are you going to say, why bother? I'm always going to struggle with this. If that's your self-talk, you're definitely going to struggle. But you don't have to talk to yourself that way. Make your plan for resetting. You probably know my favorite reset language by now. I encourage the women in my program to wipe their brows as they say, no sweat reset. You might also say something like, it's no big deal. I'm still practicing. Habit change is supposed to take time. Or maybe it's normal that in times of stress, I'll revert back to old ingrained habits. I'll just try again tomorrow. No big deal. Okay, it's MBA time, my friends. What's your next best action this week? If you're a nighttime snacker and you're eating in bed, may I suggest that you start practicing a rule that your bed is for sleeping or sex, nothing else. Or maybe some of you want to start with hint number 1, which is simply raising your awareness about what triggers your snacking habit. One other idea for an MBA is to head over to the smartweightlosscoaching.com website and click the link at the top of the page to register for our Women's Wellness Retreat today before it sells out. Share the link with your girlfriends or best friend and make it a special, well-deserved treat to take care of your health and have some fun. We'd love to meet you. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like more support during your smart weight loss journey, check out our group coaching program at smartweightlosscoaching.com. Until next time, stay well and stay smart.